This is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. Today I'm reading from the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The story of Exodus is actually the story of the Hebrew nation being rescued from slavery by Yahweh. And the leader God selected was Moses, and he was the hesitant leader. And things did not start off well. We are getting to the point where God has stated that this time Pharaoh will relent. They are in Egypt. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. The first shall it be unto you of the months of the year. Speak ye unto the congregation of Israel, saying, On the 10th day of this month they shall take to themselves every man a lamb for every family, a lamb for every house. And if the household be too small for the lamb, then he shall take it to his neighbor, who is next unto his house, according to the number of souls. Every man according to what he eateth shall ye make a count for the lamb. A lamb without blemish, a male of the first year, shall ye have from the sheep, or from the goats may ye take. And it shall be watched by you until the 14th day of the same month. And then the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it towards the evening. And they shall take of the blood and put it on the 2 side posts and on the lintel in the houses where they shall eat it, and shall eat the flesh of that in that night, roasted by the fire, and unleavened bread, together with bitter herbs shall they eat. For shall not eat of it raw, nor any wise boiled in water, but roasted by the fire, its head with its legs and with its entrails. And ye shall not let anything of it remain until morning, and which remaineth of it till morning shall be burnt with the fire. And thus shall ye eat of with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is Passover unto the Lord. And I will pass through the land of Egypt in this night, and I will smite every firstborn of the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgments. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and there shall be no plague against you to destroy, when I smite others in the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall celebrate it as a feast unto the Lord throughout your generations. As an ordinance for ever shall ye celebrate it. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread, but on the first day ye shall have put away leaven out for your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day to the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. So only unleavened bread. And on the first day there shall be a holy convocation, and on the seventh day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done on them, save that is eaten by every man, that only may be prepared by you. And ye shall observe the unleavened bread. For on this same day have I brought forth your enemies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall I observe this day in your generations as an ordinance forever. The first month, on the 14th day of the month, at evening, shall ye eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month of the evening. 7 days no leaven shall be found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or be born in the land. Nothing that is leavened shall ye eat. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. And Moses called for the elders of Israel, and said unto them, Draw out and take for yourselves lambs according to your families, and kill the Passover sacrifice. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop, and dip the blood in that basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out from the door of his house until morning. And the Lord will pass through to smite Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your house to smite. And ye shall observe this thing as an ordinance for thee and for thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass, when ye be come into the land which the Lord will give you, accordingly as he hath promised, and ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, It will be the sacrifice of the Passover unto the Lord, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians, and our houses he spared. And the people bent the head and bowed themselves. The children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass at midnight that the Lord smote every firstborn of the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh, that it was to sit on the throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and the firstborn of the cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not someone dead. And he called Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up, get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord as ye have spoken. And your flocks and your herds take, as I have spoken, and be gone, and bless me also. The Egyptians were urgent upon the people to make haste to send them out of the land, for they said, We are all dying. And the people took up their dough before it was yet leavened, kneaded troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders, And the children of Israel had done according to the word of Moses, and they asked the Egyptians vessels of silver, vessels of gold, and garments. And the Lord had given the people favor in the eyes of the Egyptians, so they gave unto them what they required, and they emptied out of Egypt. So they emptied out Egypt. They left. The Egyptians were done. Please take whatever you need and go. We are done. And the Egyptian people saw favor with the Israelis and asked them to leave. Or I should say the Hebrews at this point. They asked them to go. Please go. We don't want any more punishment from your God. And they blamed basically Pharaoh, because they had already been through 9 plagues. And every time, or almost every time, he said, you know what, go. But you can't take your flocks, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. And every time, he recanted and said, sorry, you can't go. I can't lose you. And then there was another plague, and another, and another, and another. But the Egyptian people and Pharaoh were done and said, go. Take your cattle, take your oxen, take everything that is yours and go. And they actually gave them stuff on top of what they owned, silver and gold, to get them gone. God said this is what would happen, and it did. You all have a wonderful and blessed day.